that's a piece of junk.
No, that ain't a piece of junk. That's a good tractor.
Oh, I got a little done and put it in a good pile. That's old junky.
That's a good tractor. There's all good tractors.
Hey guys, we went down to the Louisville, Kentucky, the Farm Machinery Show, and on our way in the building, we ended up walking past the arena here where all the tractor pull tractors are set up. They had all day, ain't that cool? I like that, smoking hot deer. But they had all kinds of tractors in here and stuff, about all the series, the Super Stock, the Pro Stock, and some two-wheel drive trucks, four-wheel drive trucks, modified tractors, you name it, they had a little bit of everything, out of every class. But we got to get up close and personal with them and stuff, but for the most part, everybody's pretty, keeps it a secret how they got everything set up and everything. Of course, you'd all expect that, you know. But we did get to snoop around and learn a few things. And I don't know if I'll get into it much. I'm not much of a tractor pull connoisseur or anything. And I didn't get any footage of them running or anything. So it's just walking around, looking at them and everything. Some of the paint jobs, look at that. Cotton picking deer. That's pretty neat. They got a lot of neat ones. Towards the end, we're getting some really neat paint jobs there towards the end, and even get to see the big old, the great big Lucas modified tractor, which is pretty cool. But they had it all the motors covered up and everything because they didn't want nobody to see it. But the Lucas tractor, we got me and a guy at work was talking. We used to get some head work and motor work done there for a machine shop. And they get a lot of these motors built for some of these tractors. And they said a lot of these guys have up to $100,000 in one motor on these sumbitches. But we didn't clarify. You clarified really if we were talking about the diesel motors or talking about the gas burners, you know, or what. But I don't know. Look in there. Look at the drive shaft runs right between that dude's legs. That's freaking crazy. But anyhow, where was I at? Anyhow, they got to talking about, there's a pretty cool side panel. And a lot of them, they got them. Now, as soon as they get done fixing it, we watch these guys for a minute. As soon as they get done fixing it, they shut the hood right back on it. They don't want anybody seeing nothing. This is a pretty cool truck. I like this one. Two-wheel drive truck. Just a little guy with a big old motor on it. Oh, that's pretty cool. But as soon as they get done working on this stuff, on these tractors and shit, they shut the hood right now. Now, that feller has his hood open, but he's probably walking around it, and he'll get her shut back as soon as he's done. We got to talk to these fellers here a little bit. They're from Wisconsin. They're some pretty good fellers. But you can tell the motor is back towards the seat more, and then they add weights on the front end of them to where you'd think, well, the way the motor's back farther in the frame, it'd make you think they're putting more weight on the back tires, but if they need more nose weight, they can add weights up the front to adjust that. Which I thought was pretty peculiar. You'd think they'd put the motor in the front, but hell, if you got a muddy track or something like that, you know, you can see why having it back towards the back tire would be nice. Then you just put your weights where you need them to get your traction. That tractor wasn't really sponsored. That's a pretty cool looking tractor. There's a Massey Ferguson right beside it. Super hick. There's a turbo intake up around the top. But anyhow, I'll stick on here for just a couple more. This one, we love this one. This one was one of the favorite John Deere paint jobs. It's got Fuel for My Horses on that feller's shoulder over there. John Deere cards. See his shoulder? It says Fuel for My Horses. That's pretty cool. Full pull, he's holding cards. It's just neat. There's one of alligators tearing up New Holland tractors and the International tractors. I'm sure that stirs up a few arguments. This International was a bad, I thought this was a bad paint job. That's freaking awesome. Armed and Dangerous. Now they got another one down there. See, I don't know what none of the I don't know what any of these. I don't understand the fuel system or nothing on these. Now we got into the modifieds later, fully loaded. We got into the modifieds. I love them dual exhausts, like that's cool looking. Here's the Armed and Dangerous, extremely Armed and Dangerous. This is another one's all painted up good like that other International. But I don't know much about the moving parts on these diesel or the alcohol burning diesel tractors, you know. But that's a pretty cool one. And they had these K&N air filters on this. They had an air filter all the way around this. It really, you could tell they really sucked air into this thing. Really had some, you know, capacity to pull air into the motor. And there, beside the two little guys here, there's a big Lucas tractor. But they had everything covered up. Everything's these Hemis. Every one of them piston motor modified tractors is Hemis. And everything was in the open. You could really figure everything out, how the fuel system was and how the air system was and everything, and how they transferred all their power to the wheels, you know, through junction boxes and shit. It was pretty neat. Pretty neat to see how they're set up. And they're all different. Every one of these modified tractors, ain't two of them the same, it didn't seem like. They was all different, had different gearboxes and stuff. But now the motors all seem close to the same, but I'm sure that was an illusion. But anyways, that was pretty neat. And thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one.